Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4 with Black Ice. Okay, we're going to continue this. We're playing as Germany, of course.
Befehle.
I know a few people have been looking forward to this, and I hope you all will enjoy it. Okay, now, got that. 37, we're going to start researching that, but let's get some of these going. They should help our production of ships and submarines. Okay, yes, we want more divisions. Now, how are we doing with equipment? Anti-tank, we're still artillery. I added a few more units to the production line. Support equipment. Well, production line isn't. Training queue. Mainly because they take a long time to train up. So I did that, but I know we're going to get a lot too. So it's sort of a mix. All these are nice, but I don't think they're going to help us much right now. I'm not going to change that just yet. Keeping with the industrial concerns. And so now because it's see, like Henschel, no reason to pick that until you're getting ready for the Tigers. Similarly, the Porsche, you can do the Porsche or the Henschel Tiger. I like the concept. That's for sure. Now, Alket. They were a Berlin-based tank manufacturer that did a lot of production. And so that would help with a lot of the Panzer 2s, 3s, and 4s. So that's one that I have used. That you don't need until you get to the Panther. Now this is if you want to do a lot more soft attack, you can go with Vomag. They're sort of famous. They did do tanks, but they were famous for the armored half-tracks. The Nibelungen work, which really I don't think should, because that was down here in Austria, I believe, or was it Munich? No, I think it was Austria. That was built during this time period, so that probably shouldn't really be here at start, but a lot more hassle to create an event and add it. So that would be added hard attack and armor to the vehicles. Miag, I really don't quite honestly know much about them. I've heard the name, but I can't really say. But what I like about this here is the reliability, because if you start looking at the battle performances, a lot of equipment is lost due to attrition. Now I don't know how bad that is in Black Ice, because some of that is in the defines file, and they could change that. So that just increases a lot of armor. Crop. So that, to me, that's out, because I don't need to just increase armor. Daimler-Benz, that's an overall speed and reliability, which would be nice. You go faster, but particularly that reliability up at 10%. CKD, that's the, as it shows there, that's the Skoda Czech tank manufacturer. Again, another one that shouldn't really be there until later. But whatever. And so that we're not doing any of that research now. So reliability 10%. That's why I think I reduce the build cost. This increases speed, which is another good thing. But I think we're going to go with this one for our tank manufacturer as of now. Yeah, I can geek out on some things like tanks and
Angetreten.
whatnot. Okay, Craig's Marine. Okay, we have that. We could go to there. That's letting us jump with additional yards. Now that's letting us do Anschluss in 36. Wow, that's early. But if you take that now, and this is you can do, but I heard some of the devs playing, particularly Daniel. Some of these he likes to wait on because he knows that you can see political effect. Okay, well, don't know, that isn't helping us so much, but if they go through their different development national focuses, like you can see down here with construction effect, a lot of these are way armament effort way unbalanced in my opinion. And so armament effort, Saudi didn't build any arms at all. Construction effort, they had no construction in Afghanistan that we would consider, you know. So really overpowerful. So my guess, though I don't know for sure, because I don't know what political effect they're going to do and what they might be doing in the next year or so. The question is if we take it now, and have to build versus we wait, you know, until late 37 to take it, it may be a lot stronger. And I know it, generally speaking, is in the standard game. One of the AI things that modders can play with is telling what national focuses and what orders to research in. So I don't know what they've done here. Yeah, it can be looked up, but I just don't know. So I'm not going to take that yet, though it's very tempting because you want to get it fairly early, but you don't necessarily want to get it right away. I think we're going to go with this because we're going to get the 2 aircraft factories, a heavy and a light, which will be useful, plus all the other good things. Yeah. Just giving you my thoughts, not that I'm correct, because I'm not a math guy. I'm not the guy you want to get to who does all the math to know just what bonuses are going to work out to be just, you know, the best. Sort of an intuitive type view on a lot of that. So somebody else, because I know for Hearts of Iron 3, some of those guys were really good at figuring all that out to min-max divisions much better than I ever did. So I normally just go with yeah, looking at some of the you know, the stats for sure, but also looking at what they did historically, because that also makes a certain amount of sense. What they did historically, if the game's done well, should work well.
Ausrücken.
We'll move you to Breslau. There are some victory points. Okay, well. No, we're just still in 36, only barely, but... Now I have a tendency to build over here. Mostly because of wanting to avoid bombers. But so far the AI really hasn't been using bombers well. I don't know that the Black Ice people have the ability to edit that well. But we should have. Yes, so we're going to, now that we have a bonus there, Research that. No bonus yet there, so. Yeah, it's just already all done. Can't research this yet. We got our radio basic tech up. Yeah, I guess we'll go with that. And mechanical computing, great, because that'll help everybody, everything else research faster. I don't know what. Okay, I'm not a expert on subs and German subs, but I don't know if they just haven't got to like improving the battery, battery techs here, or if that's already built into the models of the submarines. I just don't know. Because anti-aircraft guns, yeah, depends on how much. But I haven't really seen the enemy use much air, so I don't know how useful that's going to be, and I don't know how much we're going to use small subs. Could do that, I guess, but don't know. Yeah, that's still too far ahead. Right now researching the Luftwaffe, so I don't want to mess with. Trying to strategically do some of this. Okay, well, yeah, dockyards, that will help us. I hope all this doesn't scare you. I know it isn't for every player. Now, of course, my viewers are, Black Ice fans from the old days, so this isn't hugely complicated compared to that. But it's more to take in than the standard game. But I think it's worth it in the detail. Okay, focus on your focus 2. You can choose to act upon the knowledge of some of your military thinkers, gain a free focus. The catch is it's only half as good as the focus tree. Okay, so let's look at the focus tree while we're looking at this, and it's for the Army. So here, 20% or 20 points Army experience and 25% bonus for land doctrine. And for armored technology, 25. Okay, 10% experience and a free, one of those, or 25%. I'm gonna go with. We'll get to this quicker, and that will help that. So yeah, so we're gonna take. That's only gonna. We need to get through that. But yeah, so we'll get this, because see, this will give us more Army experience. I think we're gonna go with that. There we go. I think that's the best path. And submarine workshops. And ship workshops. Okay, we're in 37 now, so let's get this going. And 5%, 10%. I'm gonna go with that first. Get those developing. to there. Now, we have that. Got a bunch of things we can do. Days. Yeah, even though it's longer, we're going to take this out of the factories faster soon. Heavy aircraft factory level 2 reach, so get all those nice benefits. And light aircraft factory level 2 reach, great. Now we can improve our government some more. We got our near-term tank. Yeah, let's do Bulgarian now.
Angetreten.
We'll give him the Anthoma.
Bereit.
Okay, the Deutsches Pathfinders von Südwest Africa, basically the German pathfinders or scouts of Southwest Africa. Period magazine and photo from the magazine. There were two, we'll call them Germanic communities down here. One of them are the Afrikaans, which are sort of Dutch and maybe a little bit of German peoples that had migrated first down here on the Cape Colony and then over. The English sort of pushed them, moved into this area and had a long war with the British and with sort of Germany supporting them a bit. Eventually lost. They're rather anti-English, and with the Together for Victory path, there's a path for them to go, fascist or national socialist. That's the one group. The other group is in Southwest Africa, which had been a German colony. That's sort of where they were. The Germans were bringing in mostly light equipment like Mauser rifles and ammunition and shipping them across whatever into South Africa as an anti-British move. So they were down here. They quickly, in World War I, quickly folded. Wavis Bay up here was an English colony possession that sort of transferred to South Africa, and it was always right here and very English. But this is off very dry, limited ability to support life, as you can sort of see here. So there was no real ability like in Tanganyika to run a guerrilla-style war, and so it quickly folded to a British South African invasion in World War I. Now, at the end of the war, I don't know the percentage, I sort of want to say most, but let's just say many of the Germans stayed. Combination of the British and the Afrikaans were fairly kind occupiers, shall we say, to them, meaning they didn't like confiscate their land just because they were German citizens or other sorts of things. And so they just stayed, where most of the Germans, to my knowledge, in Tanganyika and Cameroon left to go back to Germany. They just picked up and went back. They didn't stay. But a lot of them, so again, I don't know whether it's more than half, but there's a lot stayed in Southwest Africa. So as you can see here, that's very similar, basically a Hitler Youth type lightning bolt. Sometimes for a while they had this badge of the swastika, then they sort of changed it to a different sort of little rune down there at different times. So sometimes they looked a little more Nazi, sometimes they looked a little less Nazi, but they were basically a Hitler Youth operating down in Southwest Africa. And this is one of their bigger gatherings, in the way it was photographed to kind of make it look fairly populous, but looking at the photographs carefully, it wasn't very big. Meaning, I'm guessing here, because this is a photo from this particular issue of the magazine, so they're trying to play it up. Well, there were probably a couple, 200-300 boys there, but where you might get in a big sort of the big rally of the year in Germany, you might get 10,000 boys or something in just one region of Germany. It's just a few hundred. So it wasn't such. It wasn't universally popular in that everybody, all the young youth joined it, or anything like that. But it was a significant popularity. But it wasn't a overwhelming mass organization that dominated things, but it was still down there, and it was still very pro-German and in no way pro-English. That doesn't mean they hated the English. I don't think they did. Now, obviously, up to the individual. But if it was a choice between England and Germany, they were pro-German. They're just with the youth and the people that supported this. So it was, you can, under Hans Burkholz, it was formed under that, and the new national leader, Will Arns, in 1935. The DPS is very popular in Southwest Africa with over, see here, total, according to this article, 1,200 boys and girls. That's sort of like their total 1,200 for all of Southwest Africa, if I read that correctly. So, yeah, I wrote it, but I mean, if that's my understanding of it, not that 1,200 is small if you compare them to Germany or not. Now, since you're watching this, I'll let you in on a secret. If you support them, you lose some political power, make the British a little more upset with you. If you don't support them, no, actually, I don't know if it. I'm trying to remember just how I coded it. I don't know that it really does anything. Because basically, this is it. So you can support them. I think it does make Britain a little upset with you. If you leave them alone, Britain is not upset with you. But there's sort of no more there really. This is an event that, unlike the events that are dealing specifically with Tanganyika, if you support the stuff, you will get benefits later on. I just haven't coded up anything for it once Germany occupies this, or other sorts of operational things later on. So we're going to leave them alone and not spend the political power. It just, work is not completed by any means. I'm only just sort of starting on the work for Southwest Africa and South Africa, and I'm sort of looking them at as distinct difference, and mostly I'm looking at Southwest Africa first. So it's just sort of an incomplete project, so my suggestion is not to support them because it doesn't really benefit you at the moment. Like where if you support various things in Tanganyika, it will benefit you only, of course, if you are going to conquer down to Tanganyika. You're not going to do that if you're going to spend all your time conquering into Russia. Don't support sub-Saharan African movements, but the Tanganyika stuff will help you. I have not yet coded up anything in which we would have to create the state. That's also one of the reasons. I mean, I just haven't done it at all. But see, this is all Gabon, but it really is to form Cameroon. You need to create some more states here, which these things suck. I don't know what the hell Podcat crew were thinking. Oh, I guess I know what they were thinking. We don't have time to get to this now. But because these are ridiculously huge. You know, Sudan and Egypt kind of thing. You can almost like stick America on that map, literally. Maybe not quite that much, but you can stick. Well, what was something I saw like maybe Germany and France. If you were to take all of Sudan, it was something like that. It was like 2 or 3 major countries like that. You could put them down in there, and now they have done this a little better because you have the Khartoum region here. But it's all one state in standard. They've done this better. But it's just really, really bad in standard Hearts of Iron 4. So, Black Ice is improving that, especially like some of the air zones, some of the air regions. But so that would have to really be worked out in Cameroon for us. So I have a little material, not a lot, but someday we'll get to Cameroon. That's the lowest priority. My next Fort Tanganyika next priority is down there. But we still have much more to deal with coming in there. And there's a little bit more going on in Southwest Africa, but not really anything that is based on that one. Okay, more than 2,000 pieces of HQ equipment available. Activities activates a new national spirit affecting the Army organization and battle plans. Okay. Trained Army Command. Okay, so here's something that you need to know. You need to you want to build up a reserve of HQ equipment, which will move you from what is now a Green Army Command. Now I don't know if that includes the pieces available, maybe whether they're assigned to divisions or not. I don't know how they look for that. But so we will now move to a Trained Army Command because we're now at -10 in planning speed and divisional organization and training time. So let's dismiss that, call that back, see the new one. Okay, so now it's only 4% additional training time, but with a plus 5% in both speed and planning speed and organization. So that's an overall benefit. So that's great. We really needed that. Now on that, we're going to end this. Obviously, we got radios here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking the videos, and please share somewhere how great the channel is, or this series is, or tell somebody. It really will help promote up the channel, and the more I get coming in here, the more I can build on to do more of these series. So I thank you very much. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.